G'day mate and welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. So, little bits happened, mainly not clearing any deadlocks that might have happened and just letting things run. Oh, and framing this whole base with concrete and telling the bots to lay down another bazillion cubic meters of concrete, because why not? Also, this train track got moved over one chunk, just so all three trains could park in here end to end, because things seem to be going well. Our low density structures are a little bit behind, which is again caused by oil problems. This is why we're standing over here in this space. So again, it's an oil problem, and again, it's actually a throughput problem. So our oil refineries are making 1,700 heavy oil per second. And we're bringing in the heavy oil and pumping it in up the top. That's giving us roughly 1,700 light oil per second. The catch is we're trying to get that light oil out. And all this light oil comes down this pipe, then goes into this pipe, and then potentially loops around back into petroleum cracking. Also combines with light oil from these top refineries, and can also come down here or get pumped back up. Like, there's a little bit of a loop going on here. The catch is, if I come to here, we can see that this pipe is pretty much maxed out for light oil. So I need to do something with this light oil to get it out of the heavy light crackers faster. And the logical thing to do is put in a pump. The problem is there's not a lot of room to put in pumps. In fact, pump. I have left myself some room. Not a lot of room. And let's move you over a tile. I can get light through to here faster. And then, you know what? We'll even put in 2 pumps here. And get it down to here faster. But I don't know whether this is going to help overall. That can go there. Bad situation all around. Oh. No, okay, that beacon does affect that one. Okay. Come on. Move that substation. So, this is going to be the first fix we're going to apply. And then there's going to be some hoping and some praying, and we'll see what happens. I probably don't need the pump on the end. Yep. So you're full of light oil, you're full of light oil, you're still full of light oil. Yeah, even with the pumps pushing all the liquid through to here and then pushing down to here, there's still a too much light oil problem. So, my second option is to try and take some of that light oil and feed it through these refinery blocks. So, I could take it in and try and feed it in here, or try and feed it in here, because actually, if I could get through the pipes, this tank's full. This tank's close to full. This tank's also full. So we have a definite too much light problem. And I was thinking, if I feed it into these 2 bottom blocks of refineries, that really goes straight into light oil, into rocket fuel. Actually, they're full right to the end. So maybe that's already fixed our problem. This is the problem when you get to a base of this size. When you get to a base of this size, things take a little while to... When you affect something at one side of the build, it takes or one side of the base, it takes a while for it to have a net outcome at the other side. And that's what I'm really worried about. If I tweak things now, maybe this is already fixed and I just don't know it. So I could actually end up breaking things, or it could fix it and I don't have to come back later. Like, that's got a lot of heavy oil in it. That is still maxed out on heavy oil. These refineries can't actually get the heavy out fast enough because even though I have better light oil throughput, I don't have enough. I need to get rid of all that light oil straight away, basically. It can't hang around at all. And I don't have a lot of options. Yeah, see, as you can see, when I put my mouse over the chemical plant storing petroleum, you can see their products finished just keeps counting up. But you can't see any petroleum gas in the output, because as soon as it goes into the output pipe, it's actually being cleared straight out of the system. So what we're going to do is I'm going to undo some of the things I just did. Because pumps give a flow, they give a direction to the flow. And I'm now about to reverse it. So I'm going to have, potentially these guys can flow out in the opposite direction. And the way I'm going to do that is, wish that I had more room for that substation. You can go there. We're going to put a pump in. And I'm going to start bringing my light oil out this way. And I'm going to put as many pumps on it as possible to make sure I retain as much throughput as possible. Okay, I'm going to put a tank on there. Put a tank on there as well. And I'm going to double pump that one. Okay. So we now should see that all the light oil is drained from this pipe. It has. Yeah. It's also drained from the right-hand side. Much better. This pipe is still absolutely chockers. And I'd like another window, please. I want to see a bit more direction. So, a lot of light oil is going upwards. Some of it's coming down. Can I move that beacon? I can actually move that beacon. That didn't help. Okay, hang on. Now because of the way I've changed the flow, a lot of the light's now coming in here and going straight into petroleum cracking, with a little bit of excess coming from these refineries, and a tiny itty bit going down this. Oh, that's full. That's full. That's full. That's full. That's full. That's what we like to see. That's full. It's probably not what I like to see. Hang on. Lights coming in here and here. You're happy. You're a little bit full on the light oil. Okay. See, now this refinery can't clear fast enough. So I've actually got too much light oil flowing this way. Let me out pipes. So if I remove a pump, that will reduce the amount of flow coming this way. Because because it is definitely going to be a balancing act for a very long time. You can't get your petroleum out. Really? Very really. And again, it's just the way it's being fed in here. So, that's one petroleum line which gets pumped this way, this way, this way, this way into this tank. That's that one. That gets pumped into this side. This gets pumped into this side. So I have three lines of petroleum going into one tank, which is being fed into here, with a fourth line being fed in from here. And the trick is I actually want to prioritize this over that, probably. So I want you only pump if that is less than 20,000. It's filling back up. 17, 15, 16. That just fills just about instantly. But yeah, as soon as you get to 20k, you're going to start turning on and off. Okay, so that means that this one can clear its petroleum, and the rest of them all join together. So, you know, they should all drain roughly at the same rate, hopefully. Lights now fine. You guys are backed up on petroleum, which is what I expected as a fix one problem, make another, pretty much. You're going down, which means that'll go down, which means that'll go down, which means that can then pump more regularly. That's fine. That's fine. See, as you can see, there's now a lot more light oil going this way. So it's this tank is emptying into the pipe. If we add a few more windows, we can see a lot of it's going down, which is coming from here, in here. We've made a loop. It's going into there and down to there. Can I just put a pump on it? So you're light from here. And I want to give you the option to go down and up. Yes, I can just put a pump on it. So, this light oil will now go in here. This light oil can also go into here, but now it can't flow backward. So that means this light oil from this refinery stack can either go down or it can go up. That's heavy. That's pretty static. So heavy oil to light oil to petroleum is working better. This one's going a little bit all over the place. Okay, I think we've got some sort of happy equilibrium going on. I think. Okay. One problem fixed. Second problem. Okay, so low density structures is running not quite at belt. So again, we have something going wrong with low density structures. Oh, more importantly, we got some missing concrete. Sheesh. Your buffer boxes are empty. Your copper is empty. Why is for your copper empty? You're not outputting. That seems like a bit of an issue. Some of these smelters are missing undergrounds. Let's go for a jaunt over there to fix that, because there's going to be a few little bugs like this around all over the place. At the same time, the bots can go crazy, put down a whole heap of concrete. Down here. Are these the undergrounds I'm looking for? Yes. That one. That one. That one. That one. And that one. Okay. You're running. You're running. You're not running. Oh, you are running. You're running. You're running. You're running. You're running. You're running. You're running. All maxed out belts. Okay. Except for... There is again an artillery shell. 4 lanes over. Oh, there's another artillery shell. Like I said, I was really trying to smelt some artillery shells. I thought we'd already fixed this like 3 times already. Unless this artillery shell's stuck back in a balancer or something. Random belt can go away. Alright. They're all doing steel. Steel look better, so it was just that one bad lane. Nope. Okay. The far right-hand lane this time. So yeah, lots of little bugs to fix. Lots of little kinks to iron out. You're making steel, you're making steel. You look to just be missing a set of undergrounds, which come up there, there to there. Okay. So missing any of the other builds? No. Okay. Full lane, full lane, full lane, not a full lane. What's your story? What's your issue? Are you just still buffering? 100, 100, 100, 21. Find out which steel lane this is, and we'll just go through the whole lane bit by bit. Alright, you have iron ore, you have plate, you're making steel. You're making steel. Iron, steel, plate, yep, you're good. So, hang on, you only made 8,000. You've made 34,000. Oh, okay, so this one was jammed. It's been fixed. 20,000. 8,000. So you were also jammed. 140, so you've just started. And 160. So again, you've just started. Okay, I guess it's just gonna take a little while for it to catch up. It still looks short. You should produce only 8 steel. I know 8 steel on a red belt is like about that much, but all the other ones are backed up. It just has to be worried. Alright. Other problems that we have to fix. Turn the robots off. Not that they're ever going to catch up to me. There was another problem I saw that I had to fix, and I didn't mark it. And now I really regret that. Because, again, I'm recording a little bit late at night. So, we're at 90% brain power here. I feel like it was in the other build. No, we have a whole bunch of satellites. We're making a whole bunch of rockets. Yes! One of these steel lines has gaps in it, so we need to go investigate that. Steel. That'll do. And I want to say one of these coppers had an issue as well. They're all full, they're all full, that's all full. All those coppers are full, all that steel's full. Nope, it escapes me entirely. Alright, we're going to investigate the steel. Come on, trains, go. So yeah, I honestly thought all these outposts would have a lot more activity on them. I do admit, like, this intersection here, this intersection here, this intersection here get very congested sometimes. But, like, we are launching non-stop. One of these solars going off all the time, pretty much. You know, when I don't have massive traffic jams. The trains are coming in fairly steadily, you know, and providing I fix the oil problem, if it's finally fixed. You're maxed out heavy oil, you're all maxed out heavy oil. It looks to be fixed. You are draining petroleum, you're all draining petroleum. You're draining petroleum really slowly. All... No. You're full. And being pumped into there. Okay, no, that's perfectly viable. Yeah, it looks like maybe it's corrected. That's empty now, that's empty now, that's empty now. We'll find out. Out of the train. Okay. Trees. Trees. Oh, worse than that. We can't reach right here. Okay. Fixed. Go one lonely bot. Yeah, that's why there's trees here. Because it's the one spot the robot network can't reach. Okay. Steel. Which lane's dodgy? This lane. This lane is dodgy. We're not making enough steel. So, you're running, you're running, you're running, you're running, you're running. You are too. Products finish 118. Those two missing undergrounds again. And it actually looks like they're missing everywhere. Oh, I'm going to need one there as well. Okay, so if I copy that, put that over that beacon, I have no idea where my robots are. Even the one poor robot I had on me has now been deserted. Okay. Funnily enough, it was only showing on one of these lanes. All the other lanes, even though they're missing half the smelter, they ran perfectly fine. And I think I just ran out of underground belts. I did. Stand here and wait for bot delivery. On their way, 26. I'll take it. Not quite as many as I wanted, but I'll take it nonetheless. Oh, there my bots are. Yeah. You know what? I have this power armor, especially for that reason. Those are no longer my bots. They're going to go to the closest robot network, which happens to be the solar network. Which, speaking of the solar network, it's done. We're up to 620,000 solar panels. Put that armor back on. I have one robot to my name. Awesome. You also don't have steel. Underground, underground, underground. Really? More of them? That one, that one, that one, and that one. Okay. Do we deliver undergrounds? We do. Problem is, yeah, there's 1,000 construction bots and they're all really busy at the moment. Okay, you're now outputting at least, so that will fix the problem eventually. Yeah, this could be led into a slightly longer buffer. If this was a few more tiles to the right, it would shuffle in better. But that's fixed that problem as well. So 10,000 miles of concrete. Oh, hang on. There's one more problem we had to fix. There we go. Jump on. Find a bit of track first, to then jump on a train, and then we'll go fix a missing train station to one of the smelters. Turns out train stations are fairly not to one of the smelters, to one of the outposts. Turns out having stations is fairly important. Fix it, JD. That's the one. And I need a supply train store. Okay. And the question is, what next? Because, yeah, I have been through, I have reconfigured this train track and sort of spread it out a little bit from these two T junctions to stop basic backups. Oh, coal had to be fixed as well. Yeah, because it keeps requesting infinite trains, even though it's full. I don't know why. So we'll go do that as well. So yeah, I moved this intersection over. I moved this intersection over. That was always like that, surprisingly. I put some signals down here which broke, well, fixed this. Iron 5 was completely broken. Okay, don't jump back in my train. We're gonna send you on a merry-go-round, and you, and you, and you, and you, so I can drive my train through. Did I leave my one robot somewhere? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9. 10th in the stacker? That'll do. That'll do. I was going to fix it, but I'm like, nah, it's good enough. Anyway. I guess the only other thing to do is, again, leave it to run, okay? Because this is a Megabase, it takes a little bit of time, as I said, to for cause to equal effect, it'll probably take about an hour for this. The changes I did for the light oil to 100% balance out. And once they're done, if this system balances out, and even though like it's backed up on petroleum, but it's happy being backed up on petroleum is probably the best way of putting it. If that's done and this system keeps outputting at the speed it needs to, and I can concrete the whole thing, because I do want to concrete the whole thing. If it can keep up, and if this one can keep up, dead set. I think next episode we might be going off exploring and looking for a new patch. At which point, I'm going to have to sort of prioritize the trains and say these trains go to this system. These trains, probably these trains prioritize here. These trains definitely, and these trains prioritize over here. Maybe even disconnect all these outposts from the main line there and bring them in over here instead. Don't know. Options and thoughts and stuff. I really don't want to do any more outposting. I really hate outposting. But one thing we can do, and it's definitely something I want to get in this episode, is... Or do we leave the solar? Do we leave the nuclear? Until we actually hit some sort of UPS bottleneck. F4. No, show time usage. We're going to leave it. Because our update's at 10. 16.6 is the maximum we can hit before we start dropping down from 60 UPS. And we're only, what, 2/3 of the way there? Let's go out to a black screen so we can actually read this. Trains is 1. Train supply manager is 0.5. The production monitor is 009. The artillery bombardment remote is actually 0. I'll wait for the autosave to finish. Explosive evacuation is 0.0, basically. So, literally, for the mods chosen, nothing is being used by the mods. It's literally all this entity update and transport lines. So, these are belts. These are everything else. Inserters, assemblers, refineries, pipes, everything else. I'm curious how much we save when we remove nuclear, but we might save that. We might save that for a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to call this episode here. Thoughts? Down in the comment section. Please, down in the comment section. Should we go out and put down another build? I'm going to wait to hear from you guys. I think maybe we should. But I'm going to wait to hear from you guys. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Alright, bye.